welcome to Precision Nutrition Week 3 and 4. So this is our second video, or our second goal setting session that we have going on here. And what we're looking to do is slow down your eating. It's very exciting, but the idea of enjoying your food, chewing slowly, there's the metaphor that John Berardi puts out is 10 raisins. You lay out 10 raisins and you eat one raisin a minute for 10 minutes, and how this just drives people crazy. It personally would drive me crazy. Like, I just went, raisins, go, food. Because we don't take the time in which to actually slow down and eat. And all the wonderful things that happen when we do slow down and eat, in the way of helping digestion, hunger cues set in, and they're like, hey, you're full, stop eating. But it takes 15 to 20 minutes for those hunger cues to set in. If you inhale your food in 5 minutes, those hunger cues don't have the time in which to, say, hey, stop eating. So some thoughts with this is that we want to be able to set manageable goals. When I say manageable goals, I want to give you an example here of something that you're going to be like, I can do that. I don't want you to hesitate, okay, to something that you can accomplish for each and every meal. So every meal that you have, breakfast, lunch, dinner, we want you to take 20 minutes to eat. Now, thought here is if you're just currently eating your meals in 2 minutes, we want you to go from 2 minutes to 5 minutes. And then every meal that you eat, you take 5 minutes to eat. That's 3 minutes longer than what you normally do. So let's see if we can start with that, okay? If you're currently taking 5 minutes to eat, well then, hey, let's bump it up to 8. Okay, if you're currently taking 8 minutes to eat, well, hey, let's bump it up to 10, and so on and so forth, okay? I don't want you to jump from 2 minutes of eating to 20 minutes of eating, okay? We want something here, again, at the end of the 2 weeks, we want to see nothing but check marks in every single one of those boxes. And none of these do we want to be too daunting that you just get overwhelmed. Okay. So again, some people might get off in little different tangents, or be at different spots, because some people might be up here and some people might be down here. But the goal is to make every meal 20 minutes of you sitting down, enjoying that meal, and then stopping before you're totally full. And Lauren's going to talk more about this here in a second, but stopping when you're 80% full. Actually, Lauren's going to talk about it right now because I think I'm done, so nailed it.
Alright guys, so everything that Adam just talked about, I'm going to give you some helpful hints because that may seem kind of overwhelming to you. So this is the cheat sheet on how to eat slowly. You can read, I'm not going to read all of these, but I'm just going to read some that I think are pretty easy to start with and just some different ways to look at it. You're going to get this email to you, or I'll put it on the Facebook page too, but I'll do both. And then we're also going to make up some type of checkmark sheet for you so you can check off that you ate your meal slowly, and you can even put the time down. So first one, put your fork down between bites. Same thing like if you're eating like a burger. If you sit there and hold your burger, you're going to take a bite, keep eating it. If you take a bite, put the burger down, chew the bite, swallow the bite, it's going to slow down the eating process. Same idea with a fork. Another big one, take sips of water in between. We talked earlier at meeting number 1 that water is important and hydration is important. So if you take sips of water, that will also slow down the eating process. Joke, but pretend you're wine tasting. Actually, think about your food. What does it taste like? What flavors are in here? What does it smell like? What does it look like? It sounds kind of silly, but take some time to enjoy your food. Don't think about just scarfing it down and leaving. Actually enjoy the meal that you're eating. But when you finish your meal, wait about 10 to 15 minutes before eating again. So if you are eating slowly, you eat your meal slowly, and also you're like, oh wow, okay, I ate slower, but I'm still hungry. If you start eating again, you're not letting the hunger cue set in, because as Adam mentioned, many of you may be eating 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So if you eat in 3 minutes, and at minute 5, you're still hungry, well, you haven't given yourself those 15 to 20 minutes for hunger cues to set in. So at the bottom of the sheet, it has a check-in with the boss being your stomach. We want you guys to actually write down how you feel when you finish your meal. So when you've eaten your meal and you've taken your time, you can mark off what it means to you to no longer be hungry, to be satisfied. It can be, I have a fuller sensation in my stomach. I have no desire to eat. I am content. I have minimal cravings when I'm full. I feel like I have good energy, like I ate my food and my body is energized. I feel more alert. If you have a sugar crash because you're hungry, you may feel sluggish and tired. Or maybe there's some other factor that you realize. Next 2 weeks, we are working on slowing down your eating, understanding your hunger cues and what it means to be full and feel satisfied, and just being really cognizant of how long it takes you to eat a meal. Again, don't overdo it. Don't go from 2 minutes to 20 minutes and drive yourself crazy. Strategic steps at a time to make it successful. You go from 2 minutes, all of a sudden 5 minutes is easy, and then we go to 6, and then we go to 8. Take your time and write it down, get those check marks. Be awesome.